Hello students, now in this video we will discuss about the de Broglie wave, de Broglie relation and the wavelength of the de Broglie wave. So these three things are included in a very small article. So first of all we have to start here. What is the de Broglie wave? So de Broglie wave means the wave associated with the every moving particle is known as de Broglie wave. So it is an important point. It is associated with the moving particle is known as de Broglie wave. Now the relation can be find out for the de Broglie wave. Now we have to use here the two relations. One relation is according to the quantum theory and another relation is from the relativistic theory. Now according to the quantum theory, the energy of the photon is always given by E equal to h nu, where nu is the frequency of the incident radiation. So this is the equation number 1. And according to the relativistic theory of the particle, the energy of the particle, that is equal to E equal to square root m naught square c to the power 4 plus p square c square. M naught means it is the rest mass of the photon, c is the velocity of the radiation, p is the linear momentum of the particle, again c, that is the velocity or speed of the particle. So this is the equation of the energy for the particle according to the relativistic theory, and energy is equal to h nu, it is according to the quantum theory. Now we have to use the two theories, and according to two theories, when we combine these two theories, then we have to find out the relation for the de Broglie wave. Now we know that photon is a particle of zero rest mass, means the rest mass of the photon particle is always 0. So we have to use here m naught equal to 0. Now put here m naught equal to 0. So E will be equal to square root, that is 0 plus p square c square, and it is equal to square root p square c square, and square root of p square c square, that is equal to pc, and it is the equation number 2. Now energy equal to pc for the particle when the rest mass of the photon is 0, and energy is equal to h nu according to the quantum theory, and these two energies are equal to each other for the same photon. Therefore from equation 1 and 2 we have that is at pc, this energy, that is equal to h nu, and from this relation we can write what is the p, and p will be equal to h nu upon c. Now we know that c velocity, c is equal to nu lambda, where lambda is the wavelength of the radiation. So when we use this relation here, so it is equal to h nu upon nu lambda, and nu cancel by nu, we will get h upon lambda. So relation is, that is p equal to h upon lambda. This is the relation. So from this relation we can write the relation for the wavelength of the de Broglie wave. Therefore wavelength of de Broglie wave, that is lambda equal to h upon p, where p is the linear momentum, and we know that p is equal to m into v. This is the relation for p. So when we use here, so relation is h upon mv. So lambda equal to, therefore lambda equal to h upon mv, and this is the de Broglie relation. So it is the de Broglie relation for the wavelength, and we can say it is the wavelength of the de Broglie wave, lambda equal to h upon mv. From this relation we can say that when the mass of the particle is increased, it means the wavelength is decreased, and if the mass is, and another part is velocity, If the velocity is increased, again the wavelength is decreased because they are having the reciprocal relation to each other. So this is the one important part that can be used to solve some numerical problems about the relation between the wavelength and the velocity, or the relation for the wavelength and mass of the particles of the radiations. So this is the very important articles, that is de Broglie wave, and I hope that you have to understand that topic. Okay, thank you very much.